Hi, welcome to HeyParentsLet'sChat.com, where the more we share, the more we learn, and the better parents we become. I want to start off by saying that I really hope that my dogs behave themselves today because they're both right here with me and they're being so super quiet. I didn't have the heart to have them leave. One's literally right underneath my chair. And so if you haven't already met Cyan Nines through the barking in previous videos, you might meet them today, and I hope that they're super quiet. Anyway, I wanted to have a conversation today about birthday parties. And I feel like this is one of those controversial issues where people might feel very strongly one way or very strongly the other. And I wanted to give my 2 cents on birthday parties. And the question really is, do we invite everybody or just a couple buddies? Do we invite everybody in the class or everybody in the preschool, or do we invite just the friends that our kids are friends with? And so I'm going to tell you that I feel very strongly about this, and I'm going to tell you why. I believe that you should not be inviting everybody in the class or everybody in the preschool. When my kids were growing up, I felt very strongly that it was their birthday. And if they didn't particularly like one of the kids in their preschool, then they shouldn't have them over at their birthday party. Like, why should they spend their special day with someone that they don't get along with? And so I always had my kids help me figure out who's going to be coming to the party, who's going to be on the guest list, and we often would have conversations about it. So we weren't being exclusive. I didn't want to encourage clickiness. For instance, if my kids had a friend group and they might be a little bit upset with so and so because of something they said about their snack 3 days ago, like, we weren't going to be petty and we weren't going to exclude them from the birthday party. But at the same time, I wanted my kids to learn the importance of being able to distinguish between friends that we want to hang out with and friends we have to hang out with. When you have classmates, you don't have a choice. You're in a classroom. You don't get to pick and choose who is a part of your class, but you do need to be kind to them, all of them, regardless of how you feel about them. But we certainly don't have to invite them over to our house, especially when it is your special day. And so I feel like this is a life lesson. We don't get along with everybody. We don't want to have to invite people we don't like into our homes. So I feel like that's a message that starts very early on. We're going to be kind. We're going to be respectful to everybody, but we don't have to invite them over to our house. That's personal. And I certainly felt that on their birthdays, when it was their personal special day, they should not have to spend that day with kids that they might not enjoy. And that's just part of life. Now, some people might feel like, oh, well, you're hurting somebody's feelings, or, wouldn't that be unfair? And frankly, no, I don't. Frankly, I don't even care. I don't. If there is a kid in the class that is not nice to everybody else in the class, and they're not invited to birthday parties, I believe in natural consequences. And perhaps that child will learn to be a kinder friend. And in the future, they will get invitations to birthday parties because they will have friends that appreciate them and enjoy them. I feel like that's a life lesson. If you're not going to be a good friend, if you're not going to be kind, then you're less likely going to have people that want to be around you. And perhaps that child will learn how to be a better friend. And so that's just my opinion. I don't believe that we have to worry about everybody's feelings when it comes to this sort of thing. And I know that there are parents out there who are in the camp where they're going to invite everybody and all of the friends because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. And that's fine. I just believe that there's a bigger message there. I really believe that kids need to learn that they don't have to hang out with everybody. I believe it's a life skill to be able to have instincts about who we get along with and who we don't get along with. And I believe it's super important for kids to be able to say um, that they just don't get along with someone, and that's fine. Um, they don't have to say it to their face, but they can decide who to spend time with and who not to. I just think that's a super important life skill. And it's one that can be modeled through birthday parties. And so for the birthday parties in our house, we didn't invite everybody. And it didn't bother me. I felt like that was a special day. It's my kid's birthday, and they get to spend it however they want to. They were always a part of coming up with the invite list, and we always had it as a part of our conversation. And so we were often having a conversation about, how to be good friends and how to be kind and who do you want to spend your time with, and oh, why don't you want to invite so and so? Oh, well, is that a good enough reason? Maybe we should think about that. And so that we were encouraging our kids not to be petty and cliquey. But yes, you can absolutely be picky about who you spend time with, and I actually want that. So I hope this video has been helpful. And for those of you who are sort of on the fence about, do we invite everybody or do we invite just a small group? I hope that this video was helpful and led you in one direction or the other. Either way, I don't think it's a big deal. I just feel like there are people that feel very strongly one way or very strongly the other, and this was just my opinion. I would love to know what your opinion is, so go to the comment section. You can go to heyparentsletschat.com and add your comments there so that we can have a conversation about that particular subject. Just go to this video, go to the comment section at heyparentsletschat.com, add your thoughts, and then others will add theirs as well, and hopefully you can learn from other people's opinions, not just mine. And I hope it's been helpful. If it has, definitely hit subscribe. You're not going to get junk emails from me. Subscribing is free, but it will show support for our parenting messages, and you will also be notified when a new video comes out if you choose to. You don't have to. And so hit subscribe, hit like. If you know a friend that could benefit from this video, definitely share it with them, because the more parents we have as a part of our community, the more we share, the more we learn, and the better parents we become. So until our next video, thank you for joining us.